Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I'm doing a video that has been requested by my students, and I was like, yeah, why not share it with everybody? As you know, this is my dry erase board, and if you don't know, this is my dry erase board notebook. I got it from the Japan store at Disney World. It's called New Board. It's by Kensei. And I love it because it means I don't have to use paper to do these things when I'm teaching, and I can carry it with me whenever I go somewhere. So first things first, before you start drawing, you want to warm up your hands and your wrist and the small muscles in your hands. So I was very fortunate to have a teacher when I was very little. His name was Gladismore, which is a hard name to forget because I had never heard it before and I haven't since. And I wanted to be an animator when I was little, and I was about 9. And my mom, being super supportive, went out and found us, me and my sister, a drawing teacher, an animation teacher. But we were too young to go to the school. Like I said, we were 9 and I was 9 and my sister was 8. And the school had, it was more for like adults and teenagers and things. So Gladismore, he agreed to come to our house every Saturday for, it was 3 or 4 hours of drawing every Saturday. We would meet at the rec room at the building, and we would set our animation tables on top of the ping pong table, and we would just get to work. We've each did an animation, about like a 5-second animation. We did everything traditionally with acetate and the traditional, 3-hole paper, and it was really fun. But the one thing that I still carry with me is he had us draw a million circles, and I still do this. And when I hurt my right shoulder and I couldn't draw, I did hundreds of pages of this in my sketchbook so that I would like learn how to draw with my left hand. And now it's still not great, but like it's not so bad. So things to watch out for. You want to make the circles as round as possible. They need to be round, and as you can see, I will float a couple of circles and then complete it. And this is, the basis for all animation drawings. If you can draw a circle, like you can draw 2 circles and you have a body, another circle. So animation uses like a lot of concentric circles. This marker is nice, I'm gonna switch. Any hoozles. So the mistake, so you want to draw circles, right? You don't want to draw like haphazard. This is like how some of my students, when they're trying to go really fast through the warm-up during class, they will go like, and this is wrong. You want to draw with intention, and because practice doesn't make perfect. Perfect practice makes perfect. So that's the first exercise. Then the second exercise that I like to do is a line control exercise. So I will usually divide their printer paper into 4, and then I will have them see my hand is hovering and I'm drawing from my shoulder. But this is a way to find which direction is your strongest straight line. And of course, with practice and time, you will get better at drawing these. So left to right lines, not necessarily as fast as possible, but as precise as possible, right to left. And this is important because it will develop your dexterity and your control, your motor skills. And a lot of people take this for granted. And then I will do top to bottom. Like again, with long lines, you want to draw from your shoulder and from your elbow pivoting. Like if you were to draw a line, you want to draw it with your elbow, but you see my hand's still hovering. And then bottom to top. And if you're doing like an iPad drawing or watercolor drawing, I would suggest doing these exercises using the brush that you're gonna be using and using the materials that you're gonna be using. So I do these if I'm gonna draw digitally all day. I'll do these on my iPad instead of doing them here so that I can get used to the feel of the screen. All right, so next, and this is gonna sound a little weird because I haven't seen many other artists do this, but it's an exercise from calligraphy. So I'll start doing little E's, like cursive E's, right? Right now I'm still drawing from my shoulder, but if you want to have more control, you can set your wrist down and you just use your hand for the movement, but be aware that you're activating different muscles, and this could lead to carpal tunnel if you're not careful and if you don't take breaks. Breaks are the most important. And then after this, I will do like M's and then U's. So you can do them from your shoulder, like I said before, or you can do them setting down your hand if you need more control. But just know that there is a difference in the quality of line and fluidity and movement. Next is this one, which I call them F's because a cursive F, right? But it can be J's. This is from an exercise I learned. Quick sidetrack. When I was in, I think 6th grade, we had an art teacher that had us draw this over and over again with like a bamboo calligraphy pen, which is just bamboo cut up and you dip it in ink. So I was very fortunate to be exposed to several different art teachers throughout my life. But anyways, so this one, I like to set my hand down for speed's sake. And then I'll complete this real quick. And then the last one is little tornadoes. So they're like a little spiral. So you can do them in any direction. And you can make them grow, you can just make them big, you can make them shrink. My students think it's funny because when I draw these, I'll like draw a little house and a little cow. And I think of the movie Twister a lot. I think that movie really changed me. I think it was like the first like non-horror scary movie that I watched. It was scary because I was little, but it did like kind of scar me for a bit, not in a necessarily bad way. And then to develop the motor control in your small muscles of the hand, I like to draw, I call them stars. So they're more like an asterisk though. So you start from the center and you pull out to the sides without changing the paper. Because if you wanted if you know that, for instance, my strong line is this direction, so I could just turn this and get a star, but that's not what I want to practice. I want to be able to draw the lines in every direction cleanly and with purpose. So we draw these, and a couple of my students get confused in the beginning, and they'll like draw like this outside in, but I like to start from the center and work my way around. And then a little bit more advanced skills would come in the terms of like cross-hatching. But like again with cross-hatching, especially, you know, if you've read any how to draw manga books, they go 4x4 or 5x5 or even 10x10, but you can turn the paper to keep getting that clean line. And I also have, I'm a study freak. Like I love learning new things and reading about art. So I've completed several pages in my sketchbooks of just cross-hatching, just to see if I really have like the grip on it that I want. And then there's just hatching, which when I learned it from Tom Herzberg, he was a teacher at the International School of Comics, he used to say that you don't want the lines to coincide. So his hatching technique is Mobius-like. I thought it was really cool. So we would draw whole pages too, you know, of just this, and then make sure that they're not just always the same length, and like they can get smaller and bigger. And again, like when I fall down the rabbit hole with something, I fall down the whole way, and I will like try to find out as much as possible about what I'm interested in the moment, which is why I have a lot of quote unquote like useless knowledge, but I don't think it's useless. I think everything that I have ever learned informs everything else that I do, and I think creativity is creativity no matter how you're expressing it. If you like singing, if you like dancing, and then you want to draw later, it's all gonna help each other. It's like, because I do kung fu, I move my body in a certain way because I've done it for many years. It's my body language is based on that type of movement. So whenever I try something new, like when I go to a ballet lesson, it's really complicated for me to get out of my movement patterns and fall into the new movement patterns. But I digress. So yeah. So to reiterate, the exercises are circles, lines, cursive, stars, cross hatching, and just plain old hatching. All in all, these exercises shouldn't take longer than 5 minutes to maybe 10 minutes if you're filling whole pages. But then after this, you can rest assured that your wrist and your hands are just warmed up enough where you don't have to worry about getting any kind of fatigue. You know, this is kind of like doing the warm up, going for a jog before you work out to warm up your muscles. Yeah guys, so like I said, it's important to warm up your hands before you start drawing, and if you start getting kind of antsy when you're drawing or getting cramps, it's important to stretch your hands out. And then, you know, we've all done these in gym class, right? And if you haven't, there's a really good resource, which is the book Draw Stronger that I've mentioned in my previous videos. Dang, it's backwards. It's by Kriota, Willberg. I'll put the link down in the description below. So yeah, so please remember to be safe when you're drawing. Mind your posture, keep your back straight. Nobody wants some neck injuries. And I hope that this helps. Let me know down in the comments what else you guys want to see. If you want to see more basics like this video, if you haven't yet, please do like and subscribe. It does help my channel a lot. I just want to draw the world together. That is basically what I want right now. I just want to make knowledge accessible for everybody, and I want everybody to draw more, because sure, it's scary and we are all afraid that it's gonna suck, but it doesn't matter if it does, just because you can just draw again and draw another one and share the love and share your thoughts and your inspiration. So thanks again for watching this video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.